Namaskars everyone. We begin this special spiritual retreat with bhajans by Vidwan Guru Raj.
Now, I am going to teach you Namavali. You may please repeat with me. दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ಪದುಮ ನಿನ್ನ ಚರಣ ಪದುಮ ಕರ್ಪಿತಾ ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ಪದುಮ ನಿನ್ನ ಚರಣ ಪದುಮ ಕರ್ಪಿತಾ दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडु हे प्रभु ನೀನೇ ನನ್ನ ಪರಮ ಬಂಧು ಚರಮ ಗತಿಯು ನೀ ಪ್ರಭು ನೀನೇ ನನ್ನ ಪರಮ ಬಂಧು चरम गतियोनि प्रभु दर्शन नीडो हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडो हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडो हे प्रभु दर्शन नीडो हे प्रभु One more Namavali. हे प्रेम रूप श्री राम कृष्ण करुणामय पालय माम् हे प्रेम रूप श्री राम कृष्ण करुणामय पालय माम् हे दीन बंधु श्री शारदेश मम प्राण प्रिय पाहि माम् हे दीन बंधु श्री शारदेश मम प्राण प्रिय पाहि माम् हे प्रेम रूप श्री राम कृष्ण करुणामय पालय माम् हे प्रेम रूप श्री राम कृष्ण करुणामय पालय माम् हे दीन बंधु श्री शारदेश मम प्राण प्रिय पाहि माम् हे दीन बंधु श्री शारदेश मम प्राण प्रिय पाहि माम् मम प्राणप्रिय पाहि मां मम प्राणप्रिय पाहि मां मम प्राण कीर्तन संग्रह पार्ट 2 पेज 117 এসেছে নূতন মানুষ। Kindly sing with me. এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, তার বিবেক বৈরাগ্য জ্বলি দই কাঁদে সদা জ্বলে, তার বিবেক বৈরাগ্য জ্বলি দই কাঁদে সদা জ্বলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে। শ্রীবদনে মামা বাণী পড়ি গঙ্গা সলিলে, শ্রীবদনে মামা বাণী পড়ি গঙ্গা সলিলে, ব্রহ্মময় গেল মদিন ব্রহ্মময় গেল মদিন দেখা তো নাই দিলে বলে, ব্রহ্মময় গেল মদিন দেখা তো নাই দিলে বলে, ব্রহ্মময় গেল মদিন দেখা তো নাহি দিলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে। নাস্তিকয় জ্ঞানী নরে সরল কথায় শিখালে, নাস্তিকয় জ্ঞানী নরে সরল কথায় শিখালে, যে কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ যে কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ নাম ভেদ এক মূলে, যে কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ নাম ভেদ এক মূলে, যে কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ নাম ভেদ এক মূলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে। এক ওয়াটার পানি ভারী নাম দেয় জ্বলে, এক ওয়াটার পানি ভারী নাম দেয় জ্বলে, অলগাড় ঈশামুষা অলগাড় ঈশামুষা কালী নাম ভেদ বলে, অলগাড় ঈশামুষা কালী নাম ভেদ বলে, অলগাড় ঈশামুষা কালী নাম ভেদ বলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে, এসেছে নূতন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে। दीन धनी मानी ज्ञानी विचार नय जाति कुले दीन धनी मानी ज्ञानी विचार नय जाति कुले अनहारा पागल अपनहारा पगुल पारा सरले नेहारिले अपनहारा पगुल पारा सरले नेहारिले एसेছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে দুবাহু তলিয়ে ঢাকে আয় রে তোরা আয় চলে দুবাহু তলিয়ে ঢাকে আয় রে তোরা আয় চলে তোদের তোরে কৃপা করে তোদের তোরে কৃপা করে বসে আছে বিরলে যতন করে পারে তোরে বেঁধেছে ভবের কোলে যতন করে পারে তোরে বেঁধেছে ভবের কোলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে তার বিবেক বৈরাগ্য জ্বলি দুই কাঁধে সদা জ্বলে তার বিবেক বৈরাগ্য জ্বলি দুই কাঁধে সদা জ্বলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে कीर्तन संग्रह पार्ट 2 पेज 158 बीत गए दिन भजन बिनारे You can all sing with me. बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे बाल अवस्था खेल गवायो बाल अवस्था खेल गवायो जब जो बन तब मान धनार जब जो बन तब मान धनार बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे लाहे कारण मूल गवायो लाहे कारण मूल गवायो अज हो न गई मन की तृष्णा रे आज हो न गई मन की तृष्णा रे, बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे, बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, पार उतर गए संत जना रे, पार उतर गए संत जना रे, बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे, बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे। बाल अवस्था खेल गवायो, बाल अवस्था खेल गवायो, जब जो बन तब मान दनार, जब जो बन तब मान दनारे, गए दिन भजन बिना रे, बीत गए दिन भजन बिना रे। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে হারাবো, সে তৃষায় আমার জগায় না। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে হারাবো, সে তৃষায় আমার জগায় না। যে বালো ভাষায় তোমারে ভুলিব, যে বালো ভাষায় তোমারে বলিব, সে ভালোবাসায় ভোলায় না। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে হারাবো, সে তৃষায় আমার জগায় না। যে জ্ঞানের দীপ তোমারে লোকায়, সে জ্ঞানের দীপ জ্বালায় না। যে জ্ঞানের দীপ তোমারে লোকায়, সে জ্ঞানের দীপ জ্বলায় না। যে যাতনা ফেলে তোমারে লোভিব, সে যাতনা মোর হরিও না। যে যাতনা ফেলে তোমারে লোভিব, সে যাতনা মোর হরিও না। যে নিশা আমার তোমা ছাড়া করে, সে নিশায় আমার জাগায় না। যে নিশা আমার তোমা ছাড়া করে, সে নিশায় আমার জাগায় না। যে সুখ সাগরে তোমারে ভুলিব, যে সুখ সাগরে তোমারে ভুলিব, সে সুখ সাগরে ভাসায় না। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে বলি তোমারে হারাবো, সে নিশায় আমার জাগায় না। যে কথার মাঝে তব কথায় না, সে কথা মাঝে শোনায় না। যে কথার মাঝে তব কথা নাই, সে কথা আমারে শোনায় না। যে আখি জরিলে তোমারে লোভিব, সে আখির ধারা মোচায় না। যে আখি জরিলে তোমারে লোভিব, সে আখির ধারা মোচায় না। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে হারাবো, সে নিশায় আমার জাগায় না। যে ভালোবাসায় তোমারে ভুলিব, যে ভালোবাসায় তোমারে ভুলিব, সে ভালোবাসা ভুলায় না। যে তৃষা জাগিলে তোমারে হারাবো, সে নিশায় আমার জাগায় না। জয় শ্রী গুরু মহারাজ জি কি, জয় শ্রী মহামাई की, जय श्री स्वामी जी महाराज जी की।
सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Now this is the time for guided meditation. Leave your chappals where you are sitting, sit erect and close your eyes. Just follow the instructions. Now let us start our meditation. As a first step, we shall sit in a proper posture, keeping our chest, neck and head erect and relaxed. Tira Sukham Asanam, says the great sage Patanjali. Let us close our eyes. Omkara is the symbol of the Lord, the supreme reality. Let us repeat Om 10 times. Now, let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading, all-blissful Divine Spirit who dwells in the hearts of us all. Sayeko varno bahuda shakti yogat varnananeka nihitarto dadhati vichaiti chante vishwamadau cha deva sano buddhya shubhaya sanyunaktu. The Supreme Being, the one without a second, though formless, produces by means of its manifold powers various forms. From him this universe comes into being in the beginning of creation, and unto him it returns in the end. May the eternal, all-knowing, all-blissful, all-merciful Divine Being guide our understanding. May he enlighten our consciousness. मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us offer our salutations to the Guru, the Divine Teacher, who is none other than the Supreme Being Himself. He is the guide of the universe. Let us offer our salutations also to all the great teachers and saints of the world. May they inspire us with love for the truth. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवा. O Lord, You are our mother, You are our father, You are our friend, You are our comrade, You are our knowledge, our wealth and our all in all. Vinayamapanaya Vishno Damaya Manaha Shamaya Vishaya Mrugatrishnam Bhutadayam Vistaraya Taraya Samsara Sagarat Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. O Lord, take away our egoism and pride, calm our turbulent mind, quench our thirst for sense pleasures, enlarge our love, our compassion for our fellow beings, and take us across the fearful ocean of samsara, worldliness. O Lord, from the unreal lead us to the real, from the darkness lead us to light, from death lead us to immortality. We shall continue to sit in the proper posture with our body erect. Let us calm down our restless nerves and mind with the help of simple pranayama. Let us gently, deeply and rhythmically breathe in and breathe out. By doing this for few times, we become calm. The Supreme Spirit is the source of all purity, strength and peace. Let us enrich our pranayama with those vibrations. Let us breathe in the vibrations of purity. Let them destroy all our impurities. Let us breathe out vibrations of purity. Similarly, let us breathe in vibrations of strength. Let them destroy all our weaknesses. Let us breathe out vibrations of strength. Let us breathe in vibrations of peace. Let them calm all our restlessness. Let us breathe out vibrations of peace. Like this, with each breath, let us send the vibrations of purity, strength and peace to all directions, east and west, to the north and south. Let us be at peace with ourselves and be at peace with the whole world. Normally, our minds are influenced by attachment and aversion. Attachment to those whom we love and aversion towards those whom we dislike. Rising above these opposites, Let us remember to pray for the welfare, the well-being of all our fellow beings. Sarvastaratu durgani, sarvo bhadrani pashyatu, sarvasadbuddhimapnotu, sarvasarvatra nandatu. May the world be peaceful. May all be free from anger, danger. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let this be our prayer. After thus preparing our body and mind, let us think about our Atman, the source of which I feeling emerges. Our body is the divine temple. Let us focus our consciousness on the sanctuary of our heart and feel there the presence of our soul, the Atman, as distinct from the body and the mind. We are Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Atman, ever existent, immortal, ever pure, ever illumined, and ever free, blissful divine spirit, and not the externalized slaves of the material world. Let us detach ourselves from the outside world and focus on our real blissful consciousness personality. If we further dive deeper, we feel that our soul is like a little spear of light, and this little spear of light is a part of the infinite spirit shining everywhere. Let us feel the presence of this infinite light, which is the source of all the universe, of all souls, of our mind and everything. He is the true self of all. Ordinarily, our mind doesn't stay absorbed in that blissful presence of the formless infinite for long. So let us take the help of a divine personality. The same divine spirit has taken the form of Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Buddha, Jesus, or Sri Ramakrishna, and so on. Let us take up any one of these divine personalities who appeal to us as our chosen deity, Ishtadevata. Let us bring the form of the Ishtadevata in our view by observing the picture we have kept in front of us. We may then close our eyes and visualize the Ishtadevata as a luminous being sitting in the lotus of our heart. Whenever our mind wavers, let us again look at the picture. Let us establish contact with our chosen deity through a relationship and mentally worship with flowers, etc., the Divine Spirit as the God the Father, God the Mother, God the Friend, and God the Beloved, and pray for love and bliss. The divine name and divine being are inseparable. So, while praying and feeling the divine presence, let us repeat the divine name, the mantra. In this way, let us be absorbed in japa and meditation for a while. If disturbing thoughts or names or forms comes up, let us just ignore them. Just be indifferent and do not cooperate with them, but continue to think of the Lord. Again and again, let us feel the divine form and stay absorbed in His blissful divine presence for some time. करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ May all pervading, all blissful divine spirit, the soul of our souls, protect us all. May He guide us all. May He nourish us all. May the teaching that we learn become fruitful and be forceful through His grace. May peace and harmony dwell amongst us all. With this prayer, let us offer the fruits of our meditation and sadhana at the feet of the Lord, and with our salutation again and again conclude our meditation here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.
Good morning, everyone. Before I request Revered Swami Nityasthanandaji Maharaj to provide introduction to the theme of the spiritual retreat, I take this opportunity to welcome and introduce our two eminent speakers for today's special retreat on prayer, an essential spiritual practice. Our first speaker for today, Srimad Swami Satyeshanandaji Maharaj, is one of the Assistant General Secretaries of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission, Belur Mutt. And also Maharaj is a practicing allopathic doctor. Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna order in 1987 and was ordained into sannyasa in 1997. Maharaj received Mantradiksha, Brahmacharya and Sannyasa from Srimad Swami Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj, who was the 12th president of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission. Maharaj also had the blessed privilege of serving his Gurudev, revered Swami Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj, as a medical attendant for about 6 years. Maharaj also served as a physician at Belur Mutt, Ramakrishna Mission TB Sanatorium at Ranchi, Jharkhand, and Ramakrishna Mission Sevashrama Hospital at Kankhal in Haridwar from 1987 to 2008. Maharaj was also in charge of the Ramakrishna Mission Tuberculosis and Medical Center, Karol Bagh, New Delhi, and also Maharaj has served as a correspondent of the Ramakrishna Vidyashala, Mysore, and also as the secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama, Chandigarh, until April 2019. Maharaj got elected as a trustee of the Ramakrishna Mutt and a member of the governing body of the Ramakrishna Mission in 2018. Since May 2019, Maharaj is at Belur Mutt, serving as one of the Assistant General Secretaries of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission. Maharaj has a strong interest in the field of holistic health. I, on behalf of the Ramakrishna Mutt Basavanagudi, extend a reverential and cordial welcome to revered Swami Satyeshanandaji Maharaj and request revered Swami Nityasthanandaji Maharaj to hand over the bouquet, welcoming him. Our second invitee speaker for today is revered Swami Dhyanagamyanandaji Maharaj, Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith, Chennai. Maharaj joined Chennai Mutt in 2001 as a monastic probationer and served at the Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Education and Research Institute, Belur Mutt, between 2007 and 2013, during which time he had a brief stint of giving classes to the Brahmacharins at the Belur Mutt Probationer Training Center for 6 years. Subsequent to which have been serving in the Chennai Vidyapith, Maharaj is now the head of the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith, which runs the Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, one of the prestigious college in India. Revered Maharaj, I, on behalf of the Ramakrishna Mutt Basavanagudi, extend a reverential and cordial welcome to revered Swami Dhyanagamyanandaji Maharaj and request Nityasthanandaji to hand over the bouquet, welcoming him. May I now kindly request Adhyaksha Ramakrishna Mutt Basavanagudi, Bangalore, Swami Nityasthanandaji Maharaj, to give introduction to the theme of this special spiritual retreat on prayer. Revered Maharaj.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। revered Swami Atmavedanji Maharaj and revered Satyeshananji Maharaj, revered Dhyanagamyananji Maharaj, and other brother monks and my dear devotees. For today's retreat, we have selected a very important component of spiritual life, that is prayer. What is prayer? What is the effect of the prayer? What are the different aspects of the prayer, different stages of the prayer? How important the prayer is in our spiritual life? All these subjects are covered during this period retreat. There are three important necessities of our human life, basic necessities. One is physical, another is psychological, and the third one is spiritual. Physical necessities, as you all know, food, shelter, safety, and all such things. And there is psychological necessity, which covers, we need the love and understanding and a definite position in the society and definite recognition also in the society. These are all psychological necessities. Love, understanding, compassion, all these things are there, you know. All these things are psychological necessities. They are also necessary for us to remain in the society, have a meaningful relationship in the society. And there is ultimately the spiritual necessity is there. What is the spiritual necessity? Having a relationship with God. We have related ourselves to the material things, we have related ourselves to the human beings and other relatives and all society and all that. But at the same time, you must have a very close relationship with God, divinity within us. That is also necessary. There are spiritual needs are there. We have to progress spiritually. There are so many problems we have to face during our spiritual journey. We have to overcome all these things. When we are beset with all these problems, spiritual problems and all that, you know, then the intense necessity we feel, the spiritual necessity we feel, then from the depth of our heart, we crave for divine help. That is prayer. Craving for divine help to overcome all our problems, spiritual problems that we have to face. This is the prayer. Though the prayer is an important component of spiritual life. Prarthane, prayer means talking with God. We talk with so many people. We talk with so many people within our heart also. Within our mind also we talk with so many people. So instead of that, reducing the talking with the other people, other things, let us try to talk with God. That is prayer. Talking with God is prayer. One Christian saint very beautifully put it. It is better to talk with God than to talk of God. We talk so much about God. When so many receptive audience is there, then we very eloquently talk about spiritual life, meditation, prarthana, all these things about God and all those different aspects of God. So many, very eloquently we can speak. But how much we talk within our own heart with God, that is most important. That is spiritual life, that is prarthana, that is spiritual prayer. So you have to develop that kind of habit of praying to God within our own heart. And through talking with God like this, we develop a close relationship with the divinity, with God. That is why Swami Vivekananda defines religion as eternal relationship with eternal soul and eternal God. That is religion. So through prayer, we will be able to develop a very close relationship with God. How we really develop relationship with other people? Through talking only. Through talking only we develop a good relationship with others. Similarly, we will be able to have a close relationship with God by gradually talking and constantly talking within our own heart. Sometimes not only within our own heart, loudly also when you are alone, loudly also we can talk. So that is how through that talking, with God, so many other thoughts are subsided, eliminated. And we may say that how to talk with God who won't respond at all? How to talk with God? So, but we should not expect that one. Just to talk, go on talking with God, whether He responds or not. Our prayer, answering our prayer is not important, it's secondary. How prayer is answered, very nice quotation is there. I don't know who told that. I will quote. If any prayer becomes so concentrated that it thrills every particle of your life, stirs your hearts to throbbing, affect your dreams in the night, envelop your daydreams, infiltrate your sleep, and become the obsession of your life, then the prayer is answered. You should not expect all our prayers to be answered. And Yatishwaranji is of the opinion that it is good that our prayers are not answered. All the prayers are not answered. If that were to be answered, all the prayers were to be answered, there will be chaos in the society. And another great writer and thinker, Oscar Wilde, he says, if God wants to punish a particular person, He will answer all his prayers. So that means you should not expect our prayers to be answered. What we expect, the transformation of personality, transformation of consciousness. That is how it happens. In this quotation I said, there is a transformation. Complete transformation of personality takes place. So that is what is required, what is wanted through prayer. So that is why, without expecting any response from the God, we have to talk with God, have a good intimate relationship with God. Latu Maharaj says, Swami Adbhutananda, somebody asked him how to talk with God, how to pray to God. We have not seen Him at all. Without seeing Him, how to ask Him anything? How to pray? So then he gave a very beautiful example. You want something from a district collector or some higher officer. You have not seen him. You just heard his name, that's all. Then what you do? You write an application to him. And in that application you may write like this. So I don't have any job, I don't have any livelihood, please give me a particular job, I will work very efficiently, dutifully, and all that, you write in a particular paper application and send the application, and you are called and interview is taken place, you are absorbed. So like that, even though you just heard, you may not see him. Even after joining the job also you may not see him. But if you just know the name, such a person is there, you just know the name, then you send the application. Similarly, you have that faith. we may not have seen God, but we have heard the name. So you have to send the application to God. Where the application is to be written? Not in the paper, but in the mind. Mind is the paper. On the paper of the mind, you have to write the application. How to write the application? I will read out. O Lord, let me not forget your name. I take refuge in you. Make me engage in your activities. Remove all my obstacles. Destroy all my doubts. You are my master, my guru, my father and mother. You are my everything. I am your child. What is good for me, lead me in that direction. You get your work done through me, but do not delude me by your Maya. O Lord, I have not seen you. I have heard your name only. Have mercy on me. Make me your own. So this is how you have to write in the paper of your mind and send it to God through prayer. So He will answer in His own way. He will answer in His own way. As I told you, it's a transformation of personality. Consciousness, intensely praying, our consciousness rises to the higher and higher level. That is the effect of the prayer. So that is why, instead of expecting our prayers to be answered as we pray, there is also another saying is there, God fulfills our needs. He knows what is our need, what is our requirement, that He will fulfill. Accordingly, He will answer our prayers. So that is why what is important is not the answering of the prayer, transformation of the personality. So our prayers also must be sincere. Sincere means what we pray, we aspire for. That is very important. As far as the worldly prayer is concerned, we are very sincere. If I want money, I pray for money, and I really want it. I am sincere about it. If I want some kind of name and fame, etc., I pray for it. I really want it. I am sincere about it. As far as the spiritual prayer is concerned, I may not be sincere. What is sincerity in this sense? For example, I pray to free me from all the all the impurities, all the kama, krodha, etc. Please make me free from all these things. But at the same time, I go on engage myself, indulge in such things. Then my prayer is not sincere. Sincerely, I must try to be free from all these things. Then our prayer becomes very sincere. There are different stages of prayer. All these things are dealt with in the course of this retreat. So I hope you will all be benefited by this the spiritual retreat that is on prayer. So from my own, personally, I welcome Swami Satyeshananji and Dhyana Gamyananji, and thank him for accepting our invitation. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Maharaj, for setting up the right context for today's special spiritual retreat. We will now have a short break for coffee. Coffee and snacks has been arranged on the left side of the temple. Request to kindly have coffee and tea and be back here before 11:10 a.m. Thank you. We will now begin with the first lecture for today's spiritual retreat. May I now request Revered Swami Satyeshanandaji Maharaj to share his thoughts on the subject, prayer and self-transformation. Revered Maharaj.
Om Yathagnertahika Shakti Rama Krishne Stita Hiya Sarva Vidya Swarupam Tam Sharadam Pranamamyam Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Vedantam Bhuja Bhaskaram Namami Yuga Kartaram Artanatham Vireshwaram Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matra Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. My respectful pranams at the feet of Srimad Swami Atmavidananji Maharaj, Srimad Swami Nityasthananji Maharaj, love and best wishes to Swami Tadyuktananji, Swami Dhyanagamyananji, and other brother monks, and love and best wishes to all the children of Sri Ramakrishna and Mother Sri Sharda Devi. At the outset, I offer my gratitude to Swami Nityasthananji and Vireshananji Maharaj for giving me this a privilege, a great blessing to be here on this holy precincts of Bangalore Basavangudi Mutt, one of the hallowed centers of Ramakrishna Sangha, and to be with you all. The subject allotted to me is prayer, a spiritual discipline, and how it acts as a tool for our transformation of consciousness. For basically, transformation of consciousness is that which makes us strong, stable, steady, consistent, wise, mature, efficient in our day-to-day life. And it is self-betterment, self-uplift, self-improvement. Transformation of consciousness is basically that, to evolve. I am not an organic creature, I am one with the infinite. To know our cosmic dimension, that is transformation of consciousness. And a spiritual discipline. Discipline is basically a training, a strict training on a regular basis, not in fits and starts, but consistently, regularly, to do it on a consistent basis. So how this prayer can be an effective tool to make us strong, to make us live a full life of blessedness, a life of fulfillment, a life of satisfaction. At the end of the day, I must feel, yes, Lord, I have done my duty, I am fulfilled. ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕೃತಕೃತ್ಯನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಧನ್ಯನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಧನ್ಯೋಸ್ಮಿ, ಕೃತಕೃತ್ಯೋಸ್ಮಿ, that sense of blessedness. So there are different types of prayers, spiritual prayer, petitionary prayers, prayers for secular material gains, prayer of the heart. There are so many classifications, especially the Christian saints, Catholic saints have done an extensive work on this. But basically I will deal here how this prayer can be of help to me in my day-to-day life. I am a person in this world, I have to do work, I have to earn my living, I have to take care of my family, I have a responsibility towards the society. How this prayer as a spiritual discipline how can it help me in discharging my responsibilities, in doing my duties with devotion, dedication, sincerity, with efficiency? How can it help me in discharging my responsibilities as an enlightened citizen of this country, of this community? So, all our gurus have taught us how to begin our prarthana, upasana. So I will just share with you a few points. There is nothing new about this. All of you already know, being the devotees of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna and Mother Sri Sharda Devi. So I am just recapitulating a few points. So our gurus, this Ramakrishna Sangha, the gurus teach us whatever I have learnt sitting at the feet of my elders. I'm sharing these thoughts with you. Nothing original, nothing very special or unique. So our gurus teach us, the first thing you do is pray for everybody. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. From the depth of one's heart, in our own mother tongue. In Sanskrit, it's very famous. Lokaha samastha sukhino bhavantu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhaved durjanaha sajjano bhuyat. If somebody is wicked, if somebody is creating havoc, if somebody is creating problems, how to deal, our rishis have taught us. Durjanaha sajjano bhuyat. And in Durga Saptashati, that's also there. How to, we are in this world. Mother, you have brought us here. So I face a lot of difficulties, inner and external obstacles, enemies, whatever you call. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, all those are inner enemies. Jealousy, envy, suspicion, doubt, cynicism. At the same time, there may be wicked beings trying to harm us, trying to destroy us. So there is a beautiful prayer in Durga Saptashati, Sarva Badha Prashamanam Trailokyasya Akhileshwari Evameva Tvaya Karyam Asmad Vairi Vinashanam. O Mother of the Universe, of the three worlds, Trailokyasya Akhileshwari Evameva Tvaya Karyam. Mother, you ought to do this. You have to do this for me because I am your child, I am your infant. What is this? Sarva Badha Prashamanam. Mother Prashamana, all these obstacles, difficulties, dangers, you must deal with them. You must remove them. You must destroy them. Evameva Tvaya Karyam Asmad Vairi Vinashanam. If somebody is a terrorist, if somebody is an antisocial element, you take care of this. You have to deal with it. Sri Ramakrishna says, God lives in everybody. God lives in a tiger also. It doesn't mean that you have to go and embrace the tiger. Water, Apo Narayana. But some water is meant for drinking, some water is meant for worship, some water is meant for cleaning vessels, clothes, etc. So this is how our rishis pray. Durjanaha sajjano bhuyat, sajjanaha shanti mapnuyat, etc. So this prayer for everybody has a soothing effect. Swamiji says, the more we pray for others, greater will be our security, our safety, peace of mind. You feel happy, you feel cheerful, you feel joyous, you feel secure when we pray for others, because there is a Advaitic basis for this, because the same self exists in all beings. Swamiji has written a masterpiece. Though the title is Song of the Sannyasin, it should be, I always tell Swamiji should have given the title as Song of the Free Soul, Song of a Spiritual Aspirant, Song of the Free. What is that? In Kannada it is Sannyasi Gite. Kuvempu has translated. In Bangla, Sannyasi Gite. Elu Melelu. There Swamiji says, in 8th mantra, he gives the key. This prayer doesn't mean always seeking, asking, knocking at the door, not just asking for something from God. There is what is called auto-suggestive prayers. What I want, I get, and it is already within me. So here, I wanted to tell you about this auto-suggestive prayers. What exactly is auto-suggestive prayer? So, telling myself constantly, during this upasana, the Gurus say, we must always tell ourselves, my mind is pure and vigorous. My body is strong and healthy. With the help of this body and mind, I'll be able to know my true nature here and now. This is very important. So this can be a very powerful prayer. And it is also prayer with humility and self-confidence. Prayer teaches us to be humble. At the same time, full of self-confidence. As Maharaj said, it is talking to God, conversing with God. Just like a child speaks to its parents for things it needs. The parents never think that the child is begging, child is a beggar. No. With great love, the parents supply whatever the child requires. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, suppose you need a gas connection, you just have to apply. And the gas company will do the necessary supply, will supply the gas connection to you. So here, the Guru says, We have to think that my mind is pure and vigorous, strong and healthy. मैं प्रबल इच्छा शक्ति संपन्न हूँ. I am endowed with tremendous willpower. I am not a weakling. This is an instruction given by our gurus at the time of initiation. So we must always feel these auto-suggestions, these are auto-suggestive prayers, because nobody in this world can help us. Mother would always tell, whenever devotees would tell Mother, Mother, please bless, Ashirvad Chai. Mother would tell, I will first quote the Bangla, I'm very fond of this. Mother would tell, Guru Krishna Vaishnav, Tiner Daya Holo, Eker Daya Bine, Jeeb, Chare Khare Galo. Means Guru ki kripa hui, Krishna ki kripa hui, Vaishnav, Santon ki kripa hui. We have received the grace of Purna Brahma Shri Ramakrishna, the Guru, Brahmagna Guru, all the saints and sages. But ek ki kripa, mane man ki kripa bina, without the grace and mercy of my own mind, I am ruined. My life is doomed. So Sri Krishna puts it so beautifully, Uddhared Atmanatmanam na Atmanam avasadayet. I have to raise myself. I have to improve myself. I have to make myself strong and stable and steady and wise and mature, whatever it is. And na atmanam avasadayet. Avasada means depression. I must not degrade myself. I must not think lowly of myself. So this is a beautiful combination. Prayer teaches us to be humble, at the same time to be full of self-confidence. मैं आत्मविश्वास से भरपूर हूँ, मैं सब चुनौतियों का सामना कर सकता हूँ, हर क्षेत्र में मैं बेहतर से बेहतर हो रहा हूँ. I am becoming better and better, stronger and stronger, more and more efficient in every way. So this is also a kind of prayer. This I wanted to share with you. And mother asked her nieces Radhu, Maku, Nalini and all, we must pray for Nirvasana. Nirvasana is a great prayer. Mother, free me from all desires. Because what exactly desires means, there is a difference between need and greed. So I need water for survival, I need food for survival, I need a house, I need finance, I need a bank income, fixed deposit, everything is fine. But greed is not good. Here mother says, we must pray for Nirvasana, means free from all unnecessary desires, because it is the cause of bondage. So this can be one of the prayers. Mother, make me free from all desires, from all unnecessary desires, from all bondage. Make me free, completely free from all these fetters. And another prayer that appeals to me, that has captivated my imagination, is that there is a beautiful shloka in Pandava Gita, Prapanna Gita. Nityotsavo bhave tesham nitya shri nitya mangalam esham hridisto bhagavan mangalayatanam harihi. It's a beautiful concept. It can be a great prayer for us. Nityotsavo bhavet tesham. For them in whose hearts Hari is established, Narayana is established, Mother is established, for them every day is a Nitya Utsava, eternal festival, constant joy, a mart of joy, festivity. Deepavali, Gauri Ganesh, Habba, then Yugadi, we all celebrate. It gives us great joy. On those days, we are full of joy and enthusiasm and happiness. But every day, every moment, our life should be an eternal celebration. Nityotsava. Oh Mother, oh Sri Ramakrishna, let me be happy constantly. Let me be cheerful. Let me never become sad. Sri Ramakrishna would sing a beautiful Bangla song, Mago Anandamayi Amai Nirananda Korona. Thakur's prayer, who used to be always in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, who didn't want anything except Gnana, Bhakti, Viveka, Vairagya. Thakur would seek this, ask this from Mother Divine, Kali. Mago Anandamayi Nirananda Korona. Means, Mother, you are blissful Mother, Anandamayi. Don't make me depressed. Don't make me sad. Because there are many occasions which can make us sad. When things do not go our way, we feel sad, we feel angry, we feel frustrated. So Nityotsavo bhavet tesham, Nitya Shri, Shri is Lakshmi, prosperity, wealth, everything I need. Because as humans, Swamiji wanted us to be healthy physically, mentally, in every way. Wanted us to be, Divine Mother wants us to be happy and cheerful. Good food, good living conditions, everything, good health for everybody. Not just for me, for my family members, for everybody. So Nitya Shri, Nitya Mangalam, auspiciousness, Shiva, every day. Let it be peaceful, serene, calm, Mother. And let there be no amangala, let no catastrophe happen. Let there be peace and harmony everywhere. Nitya Shri, Nitya Mangalam. Esham Hridisto Bhagavan. Who is Bhagavan? Hari is Mangalayatanam, the abode, the ocean of Mangala, auspiciousness, all that is good and great. So one of the prayers can be this: Mother, let me be always happy, peaceful and cheerful. Let others be happy, healthy, and let me enjoy every moment of my life. Not just during festive days, not just during those days when we meet our beloved ones. Suppose a son or a daughter is staying abroad, he or she comes, the parents feel so happy, exuberant, exhilarated. That's for a limited period. But we must feel in somebody's presence or in somebody's absence, our life should be a Nityotsava. So the prayer, as Swami Nityasanandaji so beautifully put it, it has to be spontaneous from the depth of one's heart. It must well up. So whatever our needs, my needs may be completely different from your needs. And not everybody is inclined to pray. For them, our Sanatana Dharma has given us Gnana Marga, Vichara Marga, self-inquiry. Who am I? What am I? What is my true nature? And for us, those who think themselves to be the children and servants of Sri Ramakrishna and Mother, for us Bhakti, Sharanagati. So this is one of the things I wanted to share with you. And interpersonal relationships are of great importance between husband and wife, between parents and children, between brothers and sisters, between family, between neighbors, members of the society. Sometimes relationship gets strained and the mind becomes bitter. We carry that bitter memory that haunts us every time. But we must get rid of this because it spoils our biochemistry. It upsets the inner hormonal secretion, the lipid profile, the renal profile. All the chemical transmitters get disturbed by negative thoughts, bitterness. Oh, he hurt me, she hurt me, he humiliated me, she humiliated me, he troubles me. So it's a natural human tendency. The genes, the DNA, we are made to think like that. Sri Ramakrishna gives, you must read Kathamrita, this Vachana Veda, Sri Ramakrishna Vachana Veda, beautiful. In Kannada, those who don't know Kannada or Bengali or Hindi will read English. But those who can read Indian languages, in vernacular languages, it gives you great joy. You will be able to enjoy the rasa, the beauty, the majesty, the charm of Sri Ramakrishna's words. Suppose your mother tongue is Hindi, I advise you to read in Hindi as well as English if you want. If your mother tongue is Kannada, you must read it in Kannada and then English. And if your mother tongue is Bengali, nothing like that. So there Sri Ramakrishna gives us a practical example how to have a happy, harmonious interpersonal relationships, how prayer can help us in this way, because money does not count, wealth does not count, properties do not count. At the end of the day, interpersonal relationships, human relationships are of it's of paramount importance. Otherwise, there will be guilt. There will be when that person passes away, it haunts us. Oh, I did not take care of I hurt him. For the sake of money, for the sake of property, for the sake of power, I hurt that person. So that haunts us, and it results in karmic chain reaction, not only in this life, in coming lives. So we have to be very careful regarding interpersonal relationships. For the sake of interpersonal relationships, for the sake of happy, smooth, harmonious, sweet interpersonal relationships, we must be ready to sacrifice wealth, money, property, everything. So Sri Ramakrishna would go to Mother Kali for every small thing, like a small child he was, a small child of the Divine Mother Kali. In this life, in this age, he teaches us how to approach the cosmic power, the divine power, the infinite energy, whom he called Mother. So Girish Chandra Ghosh was a Veera Bhakta, Bahumyan type of devotee. He was a debauchee, alcoholic, was a genius, an extraordinary genius, a versatile personality. But whenever he would be intoxicated, whenever he would consume excessive of alcohol, he would behave in a very unpredictable manner, in a bizarre manner. He would abuse Sri Ramakrishna in foul language. One day it happened in Star Theatre. It happened quite a few times. He abused Sri Ramakrishna in foul language, and all other devotees were offended. Ramchandra Datta, Balram Basu, Surendra Mitra, Devendra Majumdar, Master Mahashai, many of them were there, Rakhal and all. They were offended. They told Thakur, don't allow Girish to come to Dakshineshwar. His behavior is absolutely unpredictable, bizarre, erratic. We don't know how he behaves when and where. He has no sense of proportion. But Thakur didn't say anything. He went to mother and told, I'll quote it in original Bangla, so beautiful it is, Ma Girish ke shanta kore dao, jata amai na bole. Ma Girish ke shanta kore dao. Mother, make Girish peaceful, make him calm. Ensure that he does not abuse me. So ensure that he does not harm me, he does not disturb the serene atmosphere of this place. So a man of a saint of incarnation of Sri Ramakrishna's caliber, approaching mother, make Girish peaceful and calm and serene so that he does not disturb me, he does not harm me, he does not abuse me. This is one of the prayers that are of great help. And another prayer I would like to share with you. Mother, Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi, her whole life, it's a long stillness of prayers, the saga of prayer, Sister Nivedita called. What exactly is prayer? You don't have to read anything anywhere, just read Mother's life. Sri Sharada Devi Jivana Ganga, our Mother's life by Gambhiranandji, our divine play, Sharada Devi by Chetananandji. Any book you take, Mother's life, entire life, she is an embodiment, personification of prayer. What exactly prayer is? We have to look at Mother's life, Mother's image teaches us. Mother, when one of her disciples, a young disciple asked Mother, be with us, if you are with us, we get great solace. Then Mother told, Baba, Ashirvad karo, jate ami shustu thaki. Means, my child, Mother is asking her initiated disciple, Rash Bihari Maharaj, Swami Arupanandji, my child, please bless me so that I remain healthy till the last moment of my life. It is there in Bangla Gospel. In English Gospel, it is not there at all. So that is the limitation of translation. No translation, however good it is, can do full justice to the original text. So, my child, bless me so that I remain healthy. One of the prayers it can be. So that, and another prayer, Mother would always tell, always engage yourself in work. Karma hi Lakshmi hai, kaji lokki. Means we have to always do work, constructive work. If we remain idle, all evil thoughts enter into our mind. Mother would, once she requested, in fact, when Swami Shardeshanandji, Gopesh Maharaj, his books are there, his reminiscences are there, Mother says, my child, bless me so that I can work till the last breath of my life, so that I can serve Thakur's children till the last breath of my life. So as long as we are active and productive and helpful, so we will be free from this old age problems, getting bedridden, developing bed sores, getting hooked to ventilators, remaining in ICUs, living a vegetable existence in coma. No, till the last breath of my life, Mother would pray, bless me so that I can work, I can do Sri Ramakrishna's work. What is Sri Ramakrishna's work? We have received blessings from Sri Ramakrishna, guidance from our gurus. We must be able to share it with others. Ranganathananji was very fond of quoting Sri Ramakrishna's analogy. We must eat mangoes. Everybody loves mangoes. But at least one or two we must be able to share it with others. So similarly, we must not only talk to God, we must not only talk to Sri Ramakrishna and Mother, but talk of Sri Ramakrishna and Mother with our family members, with our neighbors, with our friends, with our colleagues in the offices. Talking to Sri Ramakrishna and talking of Sri Ramakrishna, both are required, because God has been so gracious to us. we have been so fortunate, privileged to hear about Sri Ramakrishna and Mother. Our lives have been transformed. It's no doubt we don't become saints overnight. It takes a long, hard struggle. But whatever blessings we have shared, we have got, we must be able to share it with others. That's what I wanted to I wanted to share with you. And prayer teaches us humility, because humility and self-confidence for our personal transformation, there is a difference between self-confidence and arrogance. If we are arrogant and proud, there is definitely every chance of getting a fall. That's why in Durga Saptashati it is there, Nani namapi chetangsi devi bhagavati hisa balad akrishya mohaya mahamaya prayachati. If you are arrogant and proud and egotistic, even an iota of ego is there, we get blows from everywhere. So one of our prayers can be this. Thakur would always, it's a Maha Mantra, Nahang, Nahang, Tuhu, Tuhu, not I, but thou. There is a scientific basis for this. Nanalla, Nine Yalla, Nine Sarvasva, Nanu Sonne. Why this is important? This body is a delicate instrument. It's a fragile instrument. It requires water and food for its survival. If this body does not get water and electrolytes and food, carbohydrates, protein, it will disintegrate. So we are completely dependent on these external factors. So that must keep us humble. So grateful to the Lord for all the blessings we have received. So prayer, this is one of the important effects. It keeps us humble. It keeps us rooted. It shows us where we are. Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivanandji, Shivanandavani for Seekers of God, Guru Vinodane Devaradige, Kuvempu has translated it. There he says, Thakur, Lord, I am an insignificant creature. I am a very ordinary creature. I have neither devotion, nor thyaga, nor vairagya. Yet, because I am your servant, I am your child, it is your duty to protect me and save me. He is the savior of all of us. So, this I wanted to share with you. There's a beautiful prayer in Hanuman Chalisa, one of the most powerful prayers all over the country, Hanuman Chalisa. Praying, Hanuman is our role model. Swamiji would go into ecstasy whenever he spoke of Hanumanji. Hanumanji represents leonine courage, Swami Bhakti, Prabhu Seva, obedience, sagacity, wisdom. So, Goswami Tulsidas ji prays, Buddhihi natanu janike, Sumirau Pavan Kumar, Bal Buddhi Dehu Mohi, Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi, Harahu Kalesh Vikar. Hey Hanuman ji, मैं बुद्धिहीन हूँ, मैं दुर्बल हूँ, बुद्धिहीन तनु जानके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार. मैं आपका स्मरण कर रहा हूँ. मुझे क्या चाहिए? मुझे ये तीन चीज़ों की ज़रूरत है. क्या? बुद्धि चाहिए, सद्बुद्धि चाहिए, विजडम, मैच्योरिटी, melodness, buddhi. Then bal, strength. I need strength to survive in this life, this battlefield, battle of life. Swamiji says strength is life, weakness is death. So we must pray to Mother. Oh Mother, you are the embodiment of strength. Give me strength, physical strength, emotional strength. Strength to bounce back from adversities, from failures, ability, that resilience, that emotional resilience, bala, buddhi, sadbuddhi, diho yo nah prachodayat. Another great prayer, Gayatri mantra, diho yo nah prachodayat. O Supreme Being, enlighten me, awaken in me this understanding, right understanding, clarity of understanding. So Vidya, Atma Vidya, Mahavidya. Oh Hanumanji, you grant me this. So just and there's a beautiful incident in Mother's life. Mother, one day, Swami Ishananandji, Varada Maharaj, he was Mother's one of Mother's attendants. So he was wearing clothes which were not very clean. There was no border and not well pressed. Mother observed, "What is this, Varada? Why are you wearing such clothes?" "Mone sharbada utsaho rakte hobe," she said. "My child, you must always keep your mind enthusiastic, utsaha. If the mind, man buddha hoye gale, sarvanash. If the mind becomes jaded, if the mind becomes weak, if the mind loses its zest and zeal for life, everything is lost." So mother says, my child, you should be full of enthusiasm. मन में उत्साह रखना, जोश रखना, उमंग रखना. So we must pray to mother. Mother, give me this utsaha. Sri Krishna also, this is one of the divine virtues, enthusiasm. Our Swami Jagdatmanji would say, whenever he saw Swami Gambhiranandji Maharaj of revered memory, this particular verse of Gita would remind him of this shloka. Sri Krishna says, Mukta Sangaha Anaham Vadi Dhruti Utsaha Samanvitaha Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikaraha Karta Satvika Uchyate. Who is an efficient worker? Who is a Satvika Karta? A Satvika worker. One may be a housewife, one may be a bank employee, one may be an executive. We can always be Satvika Kartas. We can work with a serene attitude of mind, with a stable mind. That is Mukta Sangha, without any attachment, Anahamvadi, without any egotism, without any ahankara. I am doing this, I am doing this, I am this. No. Dhruti Utsaha Samanvitaha. He is endowed with both Dhruti, bulldog tenacity, and Utsaha, that enthusiasm, that zest and zeal. Then Nitya, Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikaraha. He is unattached, he doesn't react. Whether it is a case of failure or a success, he does his duty, he performs his duties wholeheartedly, sincerely, offering everything at the feet of the Lord. So without claiming that he is the doer. So this one thing I wanted to say. Another important thing for every one of us, as these existential problems, Maharaj said these basic necessities are there, psychological necessities, physical necessities, emotional necessities. So guilt conscience haunts us. When we human beings are always haunted by two things. Guilt conscience are worries and anxiety. When we think of the past, when we are reminded of the errors of omission and commission, oh, I was supposed to do it, I didn't do it. I was supposed to do it, I didn't do it. Error of omission, error of commission. I was supposed to engage myself in constructive activities, useful activities, think of the Lord and work without attachment, but I didn't do it. I failed miserably. And that haunts us, guilt conscience. I hurt somebody, I cheated somebody, I said a lie, I did a thing which I should not have done. And another thing, worries, anxieties, what will happen to me in the future? What will happen to me? So this guilt conscience, mistakes we do. It is error to make mistakes. Except Avatara Purushas, all of us ordinary mortals tend to commit mistakes at every step. So Sri Ramakrishna teaches us how to pray in the gospel. Ma Omon Kaj Ar Korbana. Mother, I shall not repeat such mistakes again. Ek baar maaf kore dao. Is baar mujhe kshama kar dena. Mother, please forgive me. This is a very important prayer. Forgive me, Lord, knowingly or unknowingly. In this life or in my previous lives, I have committed innumerable blunders. A bundle of blunders. Mother, I am, the Shankaracharya says it so beautifully, Mat Samaha Pataki Nasti. Mother, you will not get a serial offender like me because I have wasted my time. This precious human life you have given me, I have wasted it in so many frivolous things, useless things. Now at the end of the day, I am worried, I am anxious. So, Matsamaha Pataki Nasti. Papagni Tvatsamanahi. There is nobody as great as you. You are the greatest savior, redeemer of souls. Evam Gnatva Mahadevi Yatha Yogyam Tatha Guru. Mother, you know my being, you know everything in and out. I don't have to reveal anything, I can't hide anything from you. So do what is best for me, Mother. Evam Gnatva Yatha Yogyam Tatha Kuru Mahadevi. That's why again Shankaracharya says in the Shiva Aparadha, Kshantavyo me aparadha, Shiva 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 Bho Mahadeva Shambho. Kshantavyo me aparadha. Innumerable mistakes, blunders I have committed. Swami Vivekananda, such a great spiritual luminary, he arop karta hai, he attributes this attitude like an ordinary spiritual aspirant. He tells Guru Sri Ramakrishna, Tasmat Vameva Sharanam Mama Dina Bandhu. You alone are my refuge. Why? Moham Kasham Bahukritam Na Bhaje Yatoham. Nattam divam sakarunam tava pada padmam. I was expected to remember you all the time. Sri Krishna has told, Mam anusmara yudhyacha. But I forgot you conveniently. I forgot you and did things out of my arrogance and ignorance. So, Nattam divam sakarunam tava pada padmam mohankasham bahukritam na bhaje yato. I did not adore you. I did not remember you. I didn't worship you. So, Lord, please forgive me. Tasmat. Therefore, tvam eva sharanam. You alone can save me. You alone are my refuge. You alone are my savior. Then, by taking refuge, by praying sincerely to Sri Ramakrishna and Mother, divine magic happens, divine miracle occurs. So whatever mistakes we have committed, whatever demerits, whatever bad tendencies we have, they will be transformed into gold, into merits, into punya. Sri Swamiji says, Krityam karoti kalusham kuhakantakari shnantam shivam suvimalam tava. O Lord, by the power of your name, Ramakrishna, one who was Sri Rama, one who was Sri Krishna, one who was Sita Mother Sita, one who was Radha Rukmini, now have come as Sri Ramakrishna and Mother Sharada. So what is the power of their name? By taking refuge at their feet, by praying to Sri Ramakrishna and Mother, what happens? Transformation happens. Krityam karoti kalusham. Whatever evil deeds I have done, they will be transformed into punya karma, meritorious deeds. Krityam karoti kalusham. This kalusha kritya will become punya kritya. So that is the importance of praying for praying to Sri Ramakrishna for grace and guidance. Then there's another beautiful, I think Maharaj told, faith is so important. Shraddha, faith. Faith is the basic requirement to see that prayer becomes fruitful and effective. Prayer, that Shraddha, faith. Sri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas chintayanto mam e janaha parivasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Sri Krishna says, I literally carry the burden of my devotees, Yogakshemam. See the beautiful story of Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Because Sri Krishna, Arjuna loved Sri Krishna intimately, intensely, Sri Krishna became Arjuna's charioteer. Purna Brahma Vasudeva Sanatana. That Sri Krishna became Arjuna's charioteer, Sarathi. And then every day during those 18 days of battle, he would wash the horses, feed them with grass and fodder, took care of them. So that is the beauty. Sri Ramakrishna says, when Master Mahashai Mahendranath Gupta was in great distress, was in mental agony, he confided everything to Sri Ramakrishna. My wife is annoying me, she threatens now and then that I will commit suicide. You have become a married man, you have 3-4 children, you have no responsibility towards the family, you are frequenting Dakshineshwar, it doesn't befit you, I will commit suicide. So that is the beauty. Master Mahashai, a versatile genius, a great universal mind, this Master Mahashai. In front of everybody, he opens his heart to Sri Ramakrishna. Thakur, such a thing is happening at home. I am deeply distressed. A kind of prayer, laying the heart open where. Then Sri Ramakrishna, after a few minutes, he comes. That's a beautiful photographic, dramatic description in the Gospel, English Gospel. It is page number 126. In other languages also it's there. Sri Ramakrishna said, if someone has sincere love for God, everyone becomes favorable. Everyone comes under his control. Raja, Dushtalog, Stri. He says, if someone prays to God sincerely, intensely, if one loves his Ishtadevata sincerely, then everything becomes favorable. Everyone comes under our control. Raja means the authorities, one who wields power, and Dushtalog means even wicked people, and Sri, colleagues, friends, children. So you are all parents and grandparents. You all want your children to be safe and secure, lead good lives. So in order to that, we must become strong and stable. We must have an intimate relationship with that ultimate reality. Love Sri Ramakrishna and Mother intensely and sincerely, wholeheartedly. We may be in our 60s and 70s and 80s, but we are all spiritual infants, neonates. Jagatah Pitara Vande Parvati Parameshwaru Mata Ramo Matpita Ramachandra Swami Ramo Matsakha Ramachandra Sarvasvam Me Ramachandru Dayalur Nanyam Jane Naiva Jane Na Jane. So Sri Ramakrishna and Mother are everything. That is the greatest blessing we have received. So I would, this Badukalu Kaliri, those who read Kannada, you must read this. Here, all about prayer and self-effort, so beautifully in a divine language. Jagadatmanji has discussed. He was our warden, one of our wardens in Vidyashala when I was a student, when he was our principal. So he would always tell, this book has been written with the only intention of doing good to everybody, both Nishreyasa and Abhyudaya. Nishreyasa is material, this Abhyudaya is material prosperity, all-round development, physical, mental, financial, everything, that prosperity, Abhyudaya. And then Nishreyasa, that ultimate freedom, freedom from all suffering and bondage. So the last chapter of this book, this great book, is devoted exclusively to prayer. Prarthana se parivartan, prarthana se rupantar, how prayer can transform us. So I would request you with all humility, please go through this. It makes you, your children, your grandchildren, everybody successful in a professional field. How industriousness, how hard work, sincerity, honesty will take a man or a woman to great heights. At the same time, through prayer, by doing satkarma, satsanga, satchintan, we can get inner freedom. So it's translated into many languages, English, Hindi, etc. So I would conclude my this talk on prayer by telling, Prasida Matar, Ranganathananji would say. I got this, another 3 minutes I have. I will wind up. Ranganathananji would say, he told us personally also, when I was a 14-year-old boy, I got this beautiful, charming hymn, Prakritim Paramam. Even at the fag end of my life, when I was 95, now I am 95, 96, I would say, I recite every day to Mother of the Universe, Sri Sharada. Sri Sharada Ma Prasida Matar Vinayena Yache Nityam Bhava Snehavati Suteshu. Mother Prasann Hona, Prasid. Sometimes when we make mistakes, Mother slaps us, spanks us. Mother gets angry with us. Mother becomes furious with us when we make mistakes that all of us have experienced. But here, Mother, please be gracious to me, friendly towards me. Let your benign smile be towards me all the time. Prasida Matar, Vinayena Yache, Vinaya, Namrata se mai prarthana kar raha hu. With all humility, I beseech you, Nityam Bhavas Nehavati Suteshu. What I want in this life is prema, a drop of love. Because human beings want love. Without love, our personality gets shriveled, distorted, stunted. So prema, that love of God, prema bhakti. So I want just a drop of life. Premaika bindum chira dhagda chitte. My chitta is chira dagdha, constantly in a state of anxiety, fear, agitation. It is agitated, burning with so many wants and needs and demands. So it is in a state of restlessness. So premaika bindum chiradagda chitte vishincha chittam kuruna sushantam. Make my mind peaceful, make my mind serene, make me happy by sprinkling a drop of love on my agitated, disturbed mind. So Sri Krishna, when Arjuna asked, Chanchalam hi manah kritva, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna, Pramati Balavadridam. Hey Krishna, my man chanchal hu, bhatakta hai, astir hai. What to do? Then Sri Krishna said, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagya. Through constant practice of prayer and meditation, taking the name of the Lord, following the instructions given by our great gurus, we will be able to transform ourselves, and we will be a blessing to ourselves and a blessing to the entire mankind. So with this, I end my speech. I am grateful to Maharaj. One more word I would like to share with you, and the 1 minute is this. Sri Ramakrishna, Mother, they whisper into our ears, my child, my children, we are always with you. Just remember us. Bhabbe, Amar Ekjon Mahachen. Bhavana means thinking, feeling. experiencing. I have a mother who looks after me. I have nothing to fear. So Mother, let me be able to remember you all the time and be your good, obedient child. So thank you very much.
We are very grateful to revered Swami Satyeshanji Maharaj for his wonderful speech and presentation on prayer and self-transformation. He has touched upon the various aspects of the subject through numerous illustrations from the Ramakrishna Vivekananda tradition and also from the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, etc. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, an unripe ego should become a ripened ego. That is what is meant by self-transformation. That can be brought out, that can be achieved only through the prayer to the divine. Swami Satyeshananji Maharaj beautifully enlightened you in his wonderful amicable style of speaking, and he is very, very intimate and also very absorbing way of speaking, and he enlightened you and illumined all of us into the subject prayer and self-transformation. On the behalf of Ramakrishna Mutt Bangalore and also on the behalf of all of you, I heartily thanks. I am very grateful to Maharaj for his wonderful discourse. Now I invite next speaker. Swami Dhyanagamyanandaji Maharaj. He is the Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith Chennai, which runs the prestigious Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College in Chennai, one of the premier institutions run by the mission in Chennai city. And he is introducing us to another aspect of the prayerful life. He will speak on the various levels of the prayer, worldly to spiritual. As I understanding, our prayers are all mostly worldly in nature, and how to transcend the worldly kind of prayer into something spiritual. What are the means to do it? How to transcend it? How to elevate it? The Maharaj will enlighten us. I welcome him on the behalf of Ramakrishna Mutt Bangalore and on the behalf of all of you, and request him to speak on various levels of prayer, worldly to spiritual. Swami Dhyanagamyanandaji Maharaj.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Respected Atmavidanji Maharaj and Swami Satyashanji Maharaj, Nityasanji Maharaj and senior monks, my salutations at your holy feet and loving namaskars to all the devotees assembled here. It's always a treat to think of divine and share the thoughts of the divine with all those who are interested. That is very important. Yamadharma Raja was extremely happy. He tested Nachiketa in so many ways to dissuade him from seeking the spiritual knowledge. But Nachiketa stood to his point and then said, Shobhava martyasya idanta kaitat. Whatever allurement you are giving, they are all only tomorrow life. They are going to wane away in strength. But I want that knowledge which I can get from you only. Wealth I can get from anywhere else, but this knowledge I can get from... He was so happy. Yamadharma Raja's joy knew no bounds. Ascharyo vakta kushalasya labdha. That was the expression of Nachiketa when he said, the speaker about this truth is going to be so great and so beneficial and so fortunate is the person who is going to receive it. So in this holy congregation, we are here to mutually benefit by thinking about these holy topics. A wonderful topic for today's retreat. I was extremely delighted when I saw the topic and I could cancel any program at my end in Chennai to attend this. However, after a nice 5-course serving of a 5-star hotel meal, finally you are going to get some curd rice and pickles. But that is also necessary, Probiotics and tongue lurements, they are also necessary. So, with respectful pranams, I have some notes written. I am not as eloquent as the early speakers you have seen. So I would often look at my own notes to say what next. There was a king who was celebrating a birthday. So this king was, he's a supreme authority. He can make, break, remake. So he decided on that day that he will visit the prison house and meet the prisoners. And also he had a desire within that on that day he will fulfill the desires of the prisoner. So he went, there was a first prison house. He went there. There was a guy who was sitting there and then quite sullen. He asked, Acha, why are you sullen? What do you want? Then he asked, you are asking me what you want, but if I ask, will you give? Yes, I will give. So he said, you see, these wardens, they are not giving me toothpaste at all. Morning when I wake up, what will I do? I have to smell my own bad breath. So you should make provision for some good toothpaste and so he told, warden, fulfill the desire. You have to give him toothpaste every morning. Yes, sir. Next. Then other man said, sir, we are given food, in this plate. This plate is having so many holes. Before I could take something, everything is falling out. So we should be served properly like human being. I mean, we might have made mistakes, but we are human. We should be given good plates. He said, warden, you see, he wants plates, you give him good plate. Like this, one after another, people were asking. One guy asked for smoke, someone asked for a pillow, and then someone asked for a little extra leisure time. And the king was so very large-hearted, he said, go, take it. Today is my birthday, I am going to give you all that. Finally, one of the prisoner, he came, and then to him, he comes and asks, what do you want now? He kept quiet. See, I am here today to grant whatever you want. He said, "No sir, you cannot give me now." "I bet I can give you." He said, "Can you release me from this prison?" I mean, he was the wisest man of all the prisoners. Don't we agree? So that prayer directed to the right prayer directed to the right person will yield the right result. The person who asked for toothpaste, he also was right, but he was lesser right. And the man who asked for the eternal emancipation, he was more right. Swami Vivekananda says, we don't go from error to truth. We go from lesser truth or a lower truth to the higher truth. Satyena pantha vitato devayanaha, says Brihadaranyaka. So, with that story, I have taken 5 minutes. In the Shastras, it is written, Nishekadi smashanantam. Any action that needs to be done, particularly the specific action that is mentioned here is maintaining what is called as the sacrificial fire. During those days, people were very orthodox, very dharmic, and they will never violate the scriptures. So, in the scripture it is said, Nishekadi smashanantam. What is to be done? One fire has to be maintained. Now that fire, that means what Nisheka here means, when the mother is becoming pregnant. One fire will be lit in the house. That fire marks that child. Now that child, till it goes to the smashana, that fire has to be burning. It's a very tough task. Very tough task. That's why, the Brahmins those days, they never used to take up a long tour and all. Morning they will go, evening they will come back, because they have to maintain the fire. You have to put constant fuel. So this requirement was there. Now if you see in our own life, what is that fire? Constant fire is actually burning in our own mind also. That fire between that discussion is actually, there is a fuel and a fire. So what is that fire? That fire is the continuous sankalpa vikalpa of the manas. According to Vedanta, mind is that instrument which keeps on generating thoughts either for or against. But this mind, we can accept all these behavior provided it is independent. But mind, unfortunately, is not independent. What it does, it raises a question and goes and refers to buddhi. Hey, did I do correctly? Tell me whether I have done correctly. So it constantly keeps on referring to the buddhi for an attestation. The buddhi is nischayatmika. What it says is, Acha, you are asking this question? The answer is yes. You are asking this question? The answer is no. Now the mind has no other alternative than to take the suggestion of the buddhi and proceed. See, this is a serious lacunae in the human constitution. I'll tell you where prayer is coming here. This is a serious lacunae in the human constitution, because ultimately who decided whether something is right or wrong? It is buddhi only. Unfortunately, the mind takes all the blame and the beating. Why Because the mind thinks that he is the enjoyer. And buddhi never thinks that buddhi is the enjoyer. Its only role is to say, like a policeman, it's right, wrong, right, wrong. But this right and wrong also, not in the absolute sense. It is as much as the buddhi is trained. If the horizon of the intellect is wider, then the buddhi will be able to decide clearly whether something is right or wrong. But if the information given to the buddhi for its culture is very less, I give you a dictionary of 2 pages. I give you a dictionary of 20,000 pages. Which one will be useful for us? Secondly, the 20,000 page dictionary alone will be useful for us. So to make it from 2 pages to 20 pages, you require the help of the mind. So the mind is making a constant prayer to the buddhi, saying, whether do I have your sanction, whether do I have your... In every moment, there is a continuous spandana that is happening in the mind referring to the buddhi. Now, in our own, taking this model of what is called the psychological model, if we apply it in our life, there are wants which are felt within our own human, social, communal existence. We take this want and project it to the God, the Supreme Spirit, the higher consciousness, and ask Him whether this desire is relevant, whether should I materialize this, if what is conducive for me, may this be honored. This is a continuous prayer which I, as a human being with the body, mind, intellect, all of this put together, I can appeal to my higher conscience. Now the question here is, what is it that I am going to ask for? The first prisoner asked for the toothpaste, and the last prisoner asked for a complete relief from the tooth pain by getting rid of the body itself. He was wise enough. So essentially, prayer has a very fundamental characteristic of feeling what is called as a want, a need, a desire, and there is a seeking. Without these four, the prayer does not have a context at all. One of this must be there. Okay. Now you see there is another interesting point. What is the Sanskrit word for prayer? It's called prarthana. The grammarians are here who will help me better understand this. But the essential meaning comes from the word artha and put a pra in the front. Now what is artha? Artha means wealth. Now, wealth is something we understand. We don't have to be taught. As we grow, as we mature, the world is sufficiently polluting enough to make us understand what wealth is. Now, the man is running behind this wealth because there is a fundamental attraction that is within the wealth itself. Sri Ramakrishna says, you take a pen, you scribble. You wear the boot, you will whistle a song. He takes someone's name. Like so, we automatically get the characteristic of the item that we seek. Now, the wealth being so attractive, the word prarthana says, can you give up that wealth for what you are seeking? Now, prarthana therefore goes along with the sacrifice. According to the Sanskrit word construction, it's not what I am interpreting. Because of the artha and then the prakarshana there, you are seeking something which is soulfully connected to you. You think the toothpaste is now very soulfully connected to me. I seeking that, but in return, I have to give something. A wealth which is equivalent to that, if not more. This first person did that. He gave up the chance for the freedom. That was the biggest wealth he could have got. He gave up that opportunity and took in its return a toothpaste. So the word prarthana therefore has so very potential that it is co-tangent or co-measurable with sacrifice. We have to be ready to give up something if you are seeking something. But nevertheless, it's not a business. It's not a business. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. That prayachanam is there. Giving is there. The business has begun. But the Lord decides the value of it. It is not the value which we set. Our standards are much inferior to the God's standards, or worked out in a different plane altogether. So the Lord decides, then how does He take one leaf from you and gives you something which is much superior in terms of the material value? Because that means you have equally transacted along with the leaf something which is very precious for you. That's the reason why the Lord is answering those prayers. Lord is also not very, bola bhala nahi hai. He's not a child. Simply you toss him thing and then He will give it back. Lord is very calculative. Shreyan dravya mayadhyajna jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma kilam partha jnane parisramapyate. Everything ends in Yama. He says, there are many types of yajna and one is superior to the other. Shreyan, he says, but it's not the question of superiority. It's a question of ability. Can you do that? Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat, jnanat dhyanam vishishyate, dhyanat karma pala. See, Krishna himself has elucidated a lot of philosophy of each of these things, and he says one is superior to the other. So the word Shreya should not be understood as superior. Shreya should be understood whether it is suited to me. If it is suited to me, that will help. If it doesn't suit to me, I take the next one. But all of these are equally difficult. There is no easy, free lunch. One has to pay the definite price, either in kind or in cash. Therefore, we find we have a prayer, a wonderful prayer, Maharaja profusely quoted from Devi Mahatmyam, Chandi. How does the Chandi start? Prior to the Surata Samadhi Kathanam, there are three important stotras to be chanted. Correct? And people suggest some order. Some say you have to chant first Argala Stotram, followed by Kavacham, or first Kavacham, then Argala, then Kilakam. But there is one particular tradition which says you have to first chant Kilakam first, and followed by Argala Stotram. Following the Argala Stotram, you have to chant Kavacham. This, to me, it appears to be very practical. Say, for instance, you want to get into a room. What is the first thing? It's a locked room. What is the first thing you look for? The key. That is the Kilakam. Okay? After you open, then you have to unbolt it. Unbolting is Argala. Argala itself means bolt. Kilaka itself means key. And then we have the Kavacham. You get into the room, and the room is full of riches of the Divine Mother. And you invoke all those forces, adorn all of them in your body. From the head to foot, the Kavacham Stotram, if anybody can chant it on a day-to-day basis, you will see Deva Maya Sharira. The Sharira will thenceforth be not an obstacle to your sadhana. Kavacha has got that power. Any text, there are Shiva Kavacham, there are Vishnu Kavacham, there are this Devi Kavacham. Many Kavachams are there. Whichever faith is appealing to you, you can take that Kavacham. If you are a kind of following this orthodox stotra tradition. Now you adorn all those powers. And then what do? Ask for toothpaste. Whose mistake it is? You wear all the powers and then ask for toothpaste. And the mistake lies with me only. The gravity of the consequences directly hits me. Sri Ramakrishna wonderfully gives an example here. There was a beggar, I shouldn't say beggar, a mendicant. He approached the king, but approaching the king is not as easy as approaching Nityasanji Maharaj. He is always there for you. The highest person is always there for you. But this king, he is living within the 7 gates or 9 gates or whatever. So there were sentry in each of those gates, and this mendicant has to cross all those gates, telling the sentry the reason. I want to meet the king. Why do you want to meet the king? No, this I have this. But do you have an appointment with him? Yeah, I've told him, but he will not refuse. Okay, take it, go. So 7, 8, 9 places, whatever, he was interfered and he was asked. And he had to painfully convince those guys. It's not easy to convince. What if you carry a gun and then shoot him? So there are many difficulties that face in a palatial environment. They're all high administrative authorities. Security is foremost. So he was made to wait, he was insulted and so many things, but he born with all the grit. Finally, when he reached the king came out of and then said, yes, what do you want now? He said, I want a pumpkin. The king was not disappointed. He called the minister and said, he wants pumpkin, give him pumpkin. And then the king retired back. He was happy with the pumpkin. But why take this much struggle? There are easier ways to acquire pumpkin. So the various levels of prayer that we actually face on a day-to-day life is based on the heart throb. We feel at this moment that pumpkin is necessary. And what we do is, we overweigh the pumpkin. We give too much of attention to this pumpkin and get completely blinded. And our whole world is contained within this pumpkin, not able to think outside this. What is that propensity within the human man, which is denying his own powers and going behind pumpkin? What is that? Vedanta Shastra says, ignorance. I don't know my powers. That's the reason why we have these stotras. The Kavacha says that every Shakti that is being referred to is occupying every pore of my body. The semen is protected, the bile is protected, the kidney is protected, my left side is protected, the right side is protected, both within and without, everything is protected. He has already crossed the 8 gates. Now his body has become Devi Maya or Deva Maya. And in that, Devo Bhutva, Devam Yeje, that's what the puja ritual says. Many nyasa rituals are done using the holy syllables called bija mantras. So using those bija, you use that bija like a missile. It goes and hits all your negative tendencies and kind of make them volatile. And then make them disappear. And the mind becomes fresh. In the fresh mind, you are able to think about God more freely. That is very natural. Monday morning after Sunday, many of you might have retired, but during your hairy days, Monday morning you would have felt very fresh to go to the office, resuming after a weekend. So that way, in a pure mind, in a surcharged, enthusiastic mind, as Maharaj was saying, Mukta Sangaha, Anahamvadi, Dhriti Utsahasam. That Utsaha is very, very important for a sadhaka. So, and what did Surata and Samadhi do? Surata and Samadhi, after they did not read the 3 stotras, they directly heard from Markandeya Rishi the Mahatmyam of Devi. After hearing that, they went and did tapasya. 3 years it seems. The Medhas. Medhas is the Rishi to whom Surata and Samadhi went. And he got the knowledge, they got the knowledge, and they did tapasya for 3 years. Continence. Not allowing the mind to flinch away from the path of devotion that they have taken. Exactly the way they have been instructed by the master. After having practiced that, mother appeared. For one, she gave pumpkin. For the other, she gave her own seat. Her own seat of glory she gave. Because that's what they sought. He became Manu. That Samadhi was a king and he became a Manu in the next birth. But what has Manu got to do with the spiritual yearning? Brahma stamba paryantam alpameva. Right from the Manu is inferior, Brahma is superior to Manu. Shastra says from the status of Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, up to the stamba means anything which is not moving, static, particle, lifeless particle. Up to that, everything is alpameva. Just as the way Nachiketa threw away. Such determination he had. But what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to give up? before that. When we pray, you know, I always think of my school days, college days, and even during my professional stint, how I have prayed. You know, there is some kind of a self-denial also, you know, in prayer. Worldly prayers, correct me if I am wrong, is also very small. Chamakam, if you take, it tells us how to make a worldly prayer. You have heard of Rudram and Chamakam, right? It's very popularly chanted in South India. Chamakam has got a continuous utterance of 256 items that is being prayed in 11 breaths. Why do I say 11 breaths? There are 11 anuvakas. Each anuvaka has to be chanted in one breath. There is no full stop. I don't want to demonstrate, but you can always listen to Chelagre brothers or others. 11 breaths, 256 things he is wanting. And let me just mention some of the things which the scripture is telling us to seek. Food. That's very good. Everybody wants food. And then it says, permission to take and give food, because there may be food in the front, but I may not have the permission to take. The cook cooks the food. Does he have the right over the food? The master has the right over the food. After whatever master takes, the cook will take the remaining. So cook does not have right over the food. So giving the food means having the right over the food also to either partake or consume. The seeker is praying for that. And then the food that is there, aisa waisa food nahi hai. It should be shuddha. The food should be pure. And not only that, I must have a good appetite to eat that food. Fourth prayer. Appetite is there. Unless appetite only tells that I can just gulp in some 20 morsels. That doesn't ensure good digestion. So the fifth prayer says, give me good digestion. Okay, it has been digested, but input equal to output, whatever went in, went out. Nothing was absorbed by the body. That is also unwelcome. Fifth prayer says, whatever I have relished and eaten, the prana has to be enriched. That is assimilation. You see, to what detail the prayer is actually laying focus. And I won't stop with this, because I am going to serve pickles, na? Not like Maharaj, he was serving Amrita. So I have to give something in contrast. He asks for riches. He is asking for fertile land. He is asking for good rains, precious stones. Swami Maharaj was talking about a relationship with neighbors. That is also being sought. He wanted good children, not only that, good relationship with the children. And so that relationship gives him security. Exactly what Maharaj said. Security is also being sought after. Needs a well-nourished body. And then, with another beautiful prayer. I need a variety of cereals. Okay? Cereals we know, rice, wheat, and so on. Varieties of it. Not just variety of them, but best among them. That is the second prayer. Okay, you may be giving the best, but a spoonful, will it suffice? No, I must get in plenty. All the cereals, good ones, pure ones, and in plenty. And the plenty also, you see, this sadhaka is so greedy. I don't know whether it is greed or madness, I don't know. He says, Vibhuchame, multiple, Prabhuchame, the best, Purnanchame, it should be, if I have a big jar, and if he give you a half-filled jar, he is not happy. He says, Purnam, the jar should be full of cereals. There should not be any one grain less than that. And then he says, he doesn't stop with that also. Then he thought, Acha, See, that is also a limit only. Na? A jar contains say 100 kg. That also does not say that it will fulfill his needs. So he says, Purnanchame, Purna Taranchame. அதாவது என்ன பண்ணணுமா, what he wants is, he wants it to fill and overflow. Now, when it comes to overflow, then only he is assured, Appa, my prayer is now complete. See, this is giving us a wonderful idea that if you want to ask, okay, if you want to ask shamelessly. Let us not hold, acha, you do 50%, I will do 20%. You do full. Why should I, what is there my part in it? Shameless prayer. Have no guilt. All our prayers are not answered because we have shame. Sri Ramakrishna himself says that shame is a bandha, is one of the pasha bondages. So chamakam, in a very, very simplistic garhastya, laukika rasta, in a path, it introduces shameless prayer which can happen only if your heart is wide open. You cannot make a shameless prayer because mind, Sri Ramakrishna says, is like a patvara buddhi. Patvara buddhi means calculating. I give 10 rupees, he gives 10 rupees. I have given 10 rupees, if he gives me 20, it is okay. Okay, what about 100? Very well. But why not 1 lakh? Why not 1 crore? So this calculation, what it does is, it underestimates the power of God. Yes or no? See, I want a job for 20,000 rupees per month. When you are asking, ask for 1 lakh or 1 crore. Why you yourself are restricting to 20,000? That means his mind has become small. Such a small mind will not be able to dwell on God. He will neither be able to enjoy the world nor be able to give up the world. See, this is a very, very serious point that we need to understand. If you want to enjoy the world royally. Otherwise, give up royally. Not in the middle. And neither of these things are happening because of our own limited calculation. So chamakam introduces us to a shameless seeking. And when you are so open and when you understand what you are seeking, it brings in responsibility. It brings in, how do you say it brings in responsibility? In the 11th Anuvaka or maybe in the 9th Anuvaka, one of that, I forget the number, it says it makes all the prayer and make a colophonic occurrence of yajnena kalpetam. He says, all the things that I am seeking from you, O Lord, these luxurious, greedy seeking from you, I want to seek and enjoy this along with sacrifice. Not only for me, but for the benefit of the whole world. So he is holding himself responsible that if I get 2 crores per annum as a salary, a portion of it, yajnena kalpetam, it will be invested in sacrifice. That's the learning Chamaka gives to a novice. He then understands, yes, this yajna is the most important thing because towards the end, whenever something is told at the end, people remember. So, I hope somebody will serve dessert after this so that you will forget the pickle and then remember that ice cream. And this prayer manifests, as we are talking about various levels, it has various manifestations. Invoking the divine presence through puja, making offerings, singing the songs of praise, reciting mantras, and another important is upavasa, fasting. Fasting is another very important prayer. See, in all these things, I will come to a little later. Visiting temples and sacred places, performing charity, bathing in the sacred rivers or tanks, prostrating, circumambulating, and finally silent meditation. In that silent meditation, there is a Atma Arpanam. In all other things, there is Atma Arpanam Not fulfilled with that, there is some amount of material arpanam also. Mother's love, how is it different from ordinary's love? When I mean mother, I mean Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Her love was expressed in stillness. There was no business transaction in that love. No, this is a very interesting point. Let us understand. Suppose some guest come to our house. Atiti Devo Bhava, that's perfectly right. So that we give him, but we give him with the sense of to be given, or we serve him as God. We feel that we have to give something. Only by giving we can fulfill what is called as the amicability of the relationship. So all our love are becoming transactional. Only Divine Mother Sharda Devi's love was non-transactional. She went to Chennai. She was not even able to talk in the language which people understood. But her simple presence and her mutterance in the Bengali, which people did not have any sense of it, they were filled with joy, they were filled with satisfaction and complacency and devotion. The devotees themselves expressed. So that is, silent meditation is a sacrifice in stillness. That is the highest level. Whenever we make a what time, Nara? 12:45. So I have 5 more minutes. In Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a rik that says, there is a yajus rather. There is a yajus that says how to worship the Ishvara. It says, Tat nama iti upasita. Tat tan nama iti upasita. That is, you should worship the Lord with salutations. That's why you will find in all the mantras, Namaha will be there. In most of the mantras, Panchakshari if you take, or you take Ashtakshari, or Shodashakshari, in all these mantras, traditional orthodox mantras, there will be a Namaha that comes. And Acharya Shankara, and then it says, Tan Nama Ityupasita, the Taittiriya Upanishad further says, Namyante Asmai Kamaha. Kama is the desires. See, our heart is willing with the desires. Let us admit that. Let us not stop that. But we should find a channel to implement it. In a very objective manner we have to implement it, not to be bound by that, but to overcome that. So it says, if you worship the Lord as Nama, then what happens is the ego melts. When it melts, it is in a position to receive the gift of the Ishvara. Because there is desire. Sri Ramakrishna at one place he says, he was eating food. All of a sudden he says, I am not eating any further. But he continued to feel hungry. But he is a Satya Siddha, meaning to say, whatever he has uttered, he will never take it back. Like Rama Bana. His words are such. Now he got into some kind of a reasonable confusion. He says, Mother, don't you know about me? Just because I say that I won't eat, do you think I should not eat? What about my stomach now feeling hungry? My stomach says now eat, my hand says don't eat. Now which one should I listen to? Correct? So the heart of the heart so Sri Ramakrishna appeals to the Divine Mother that, and then later on he says, oh, enough of reasoning, my head is aching. Because Sri Ramakrishna never ever ventured into the domain of reasoning, this petty reasoning. He also reasoned. You gave a vision to the Bengal poets, Ram Prasad, you gave to him, but you are not giving to me. That is a reasoning. That is a comparative reasoning. The other one is speculative reasoning. Sri Ramakrishna was totally against speculative reasoning. But comparative reasoning you can always do. You gave him 1 lakh and you have given me only 10,000. I deserve at least 1 lakh. You have to give me. Why? You have given him. No, he did so many things. You tell me what I did not do. I have done everything. If you say that I have not done something, I will do that. Sri Ramakrishna's strong position was total surrender. Demand anything, he will oblige and he will fulfill. In that state, mother gave herself fully to him. That's a wonderful theme for meditation also. Giving oneself completely at the hands of the divine. So as a result, the adoring Ishvara reaches our heart the moment our ego gets sublated. Upanishad itself says, Namyante asmai kamaha. We don't have to be really shy or shameful of having got some petty desires. Sri Ramakrishna says, what is it? You want to enjoy something? Go enjoy. He takes a few enjoyments, ending up with sex also. He says, you want, you have it, but not beyond a point. He puts a check. So in the growth process of a devotee, Sri Ramakrishna had a place for everyone. Adar Sen, he was a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. We all know him, we read in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. He was already earning 700 rupees per month in those days. He was some magistrate or something. And then there was a post that came to become a vice chairman. It is still superior. And that post fetched him 1,000 rupees per month. And now he comes to Sri Ramakrishna and says, please, recommendation. Recommendation. For whom? To Mother Kali. And then, see, at least Adar Sen justified. No, Hazra is coming and tell, you please help Radhar. Because he will get some kickbacks. Hazra is interested in kickbacks. And for both of them, Sri Ramakrishna says, what is this? You have put me in such a predicament. And he went and prayed to Mother. May Adar get that post. 700 rupees, is it less? There, the demand of the sadhaka or of the individual, the Lord never ever discriminates. But if the Lord is pleased, then it happens. Mathurnath Bishwas. There was an incident where there was a quarrel within the Dakshineshwar premises, and then Mathurnath said, put some henchmen, and then did some meddling, as a result of which the person died. One person died. Mathurnath came running to Sri Ramakrishna. He said, Baba, you have to save me, you have to save me. What happened? Such a thing has happened. I will be prosecuted. I will be jailed. And then he says, the same thing, Rodhane with you. Every day you do something and then come back and then, meaning to say, Arey, you should have told me before. I would have done some arrangement. Every day you are giving me surprises. There is no prior intimation of what you are doing, as if. This is Sri Ramakrishna is not telling, I am telling. So you do all this, but nevertheless, get lost. What mother wills will happen. But silently he put petition, please save Mathurnath. And Mathurnath, because of his prolonged attachment or association with Sri Ramakrishna, he was possibly pardoned. Pardoned in the worldly sense, he might be punished in a spiritual sense in a manner that is befitting. But so meaning to say that a person, and finally, I would like to conclude. So there are a few things which I would like to share. Nevertheless, have we ever seen God praying for the disciple or for the sadhaka? Sri Ramakrishna, I would like to read out this passage. Sri Ramakrishna was weeping and praying to the mother in a voice choked with emotion. He prayed to her with tearful eyes for the welfare of the devotees. Mother, may those who come to you have all their desires fulfilled. But please don't make them give up everything at once. There is a meaning behind it. Mother, well, you may do whatever you like in the end. If you keep them in the world, Mother, then please reveal yourself to them now and then. See, for each one of us in this hall, everyone included, colored and uncolored, this prayer, Sri Ramakrishna is praying for my own emancipation. And I am sure by the virtue of his greatness and by the intensity of his prayer, all of us will realize. Let us wait with open heart and invite the Lord in our innermost presence. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the wonderful exposition of the various levels of prayer, worldly to spiritual. We are beholden to Swami Dhyana Gamyanandaji on the behalf of Ramakrishna Math Bengaluru and also on all of your behalf. I heartily thank him. We are grateful to him, Maharaj. Now we will have interaction. Our volunteers are there on the each side of the auditorium. If you have any question, you can directly ask to the speakers. And if there are more number, I will select them who has to speak. Swami Saukyanandaji Maharaj will felicitate Swami Dhyana Gamyanandaji Maharaj. Thank you very much for coming to Bengaluru and illumining our devotees on the subject. We have very short time, so your question should be pointed. There is only one question is allowed, not second question or supplementary question. Please.
Hello. Namaskaram Swamiji. Me and my wife both are attending the session today. My wife is more prayer oriented and she constantly prays to Devi, Hanumanji and various other deities. While my orientation is towards self-inquiry. So in this context, if you could please explain, is prayer and self-inquiry, are they both sides of the same coin or are they different? Thank you.
It's a very beautiful question. In the beginning itself, I addressed this question. Some people have a tendency, they are inclined to pray. Some people do not attach any importance to prayer. Both in Sanatan Dharma, we have this Gnana Marga and Bhakti Marga. Self-inquiry is also as efficacious as sincere prayer. We need not pray, but this constant reflection on one's true nature. Who am I? Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi's important teaching is Sumairu, be quiet and who you are, who am I? That's absolutely, they are complementary, in no way they are contradictory. So it depends on a person's inclinations and tendencies, right? And Swami Vivekananda says you need not pray, you need not meditate, but if you do your duties sincerely, wholeheartedly, cheerfully, work itself is worship. You don't have to devote separate time for, but if you do it, it will give you inner stability, strength. So prayer and meditation and self-inquiry are all great tools for self-transformation. Absolutely, it is fine. Self-inquiry itself is, that is Atma Vichara, who am I? Finally, it leads Aham Atma, Aham Brahmasmi, that I am one, the infinite, yes. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, namaste. I have one question. What is the ideal prayer? Because we come from a family background and children, parents and other things. So what will be the ideal prayer to uplift oneself? And the other thing is some light on fasting. What is the importance of fasting in spiritual life? Thank you.
We have wonderful prayers in the Vedic texts.
Namely, Gayatri mantra is a fantastic prayer. Bhurbhuvasva Tatsavitra. Illumine my heart. Oh, sun in the yonder sky, illumine my heart. So the sun that is being referred to is Ishvara, and that Ishvara is already seated in our heart, but seem to be covered in some darkness. So a bit of illumination is required, which Ishvara himself will facilitate. So the Gayatri comes as a wonderful prayer, and which Maharaj also mentioned in his talk, though he didn't utter the verse. Ojo si, Ojo mahi dehi. You are the Ojas, addressing the Ishvara. Please grant me Ojas. Balamasi, Balam mahi dehi. You are the strength. Grant me strength. Viryamasi, Viryamahi devi. Give me valor. So these are very edifying and an elevating prayer. There are many Gayatri mantras on every deity, whichever deity you want. Skanda, if you like, there is a Skanda Gayatri, Subramanya Gayatri. Mahalakshmi you take, there is a Mahalakshmi Gayatri. Vishnu you take, there is Narayana Gayatri. Rudra you take, you have similarly Rudra Gayatri. So these mantras, they all tell you, you will say, what is the means, how to pray you are saying. So these mantras help you to pray.
Here, there. Ali. No second question, please. No second.
Anyway, that can be taken. Gayatri mantra can be chanted, not a problem at all. Don't believe some people, believe the rest.
Please.
Namaskara. The God says, and even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I have decided the path for you, right? I know what will happen to you. So what is that we need to pray then? God knows what will happen to me, or what's defined. So will a prayer contradict this path?
This word.
Absolutely not. So there is a beautiful prayer. Arjun was a great hero, a mastermind, commander, supreme commander of forces. He was in great shock, great dilemma. When he was totally confused, bewildered, how to fight my own grandfather, great-grandfather, this dilemma can happen to anybody. So then with folded hands he said, Krishna, please do whatever that is good for me. Karpanya doshopahatasva bhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yat shreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me shishyaha te aham shadhimam tvam prapanam. So Krishna, please do whatever that is good for me. Sri Ramakrishna would tell, oh Lord, I do not know your nature, I haven't seen you, please reveal yourself to me. So whatever that appeals to you, there is nothing like, that's what you meant, isn't it? What is good for us, what is not good for us. Mother knows what food suits us, suits her child, digestive system. So God grants our prayers which are beneficial for us, which help us. So I don't think there is any, Maharaj said that shameless prayer. What I mean is uninhibited prayer. Sankocha ilde, bhaya ilde, anjike ilde, without any inhibition, hesitation. Bhagavantanalli now we can ask, demand whatever we need. That is that I-thou relationship. I am the being and he is the supreme being. And finally, I and he are one and the same. The ultimate, the realization or experience of whatever it is, I and the supreme being are one. Jesus would say, I and my father are one. Sri Ramakrishna would always say, I and my mother are one. Ultimately, for the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna and mother, for us, I and my Sri Ramakrishna and mother are one. So that's also kind of prayer. So I don't think there is any.
Jai Ramakrishna Maharaj. Thank you very much for the grateful words for us. And I have a question that I heard if we pray for others, it is good for us. So I heard this in ashram. So from then I started praying for others. So it is fulfilled also, and I feel very happy for that. Whenever I ask or pray for myself, it is not fulfilling. What I have to think that I have to conclude that God doesn't like me?
A surgeon is prohibited from operating his near dear ones. He will be operating on every other person, but not his wife or his child.
Pranam Maharaj. Maharaj, you talked about the guilt consciousness, and then you said, you quoted Sri Ramakrishna, where he says that, "Mother, I shall not repeat this mistake, please forgive me." I have been repeating for a particular defect, I have been praying and repeating this particular prayer, and it seemed to be answered, but then again after a few days I found myself committing the same thing. It has happened multiple times. I feel very bad even about asking and repeating this thing. Can I continue to do this, or like what is the way for me?
You say you commit the same mistake again and again, isn't it? So it happens to all of us. It happens to every one of us. We human beings tend to make mistakes again and again, but yet we must strive hard. That is why Swami Abhedananda Ji, one of the greatest disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, would pray to Divine Mother Sharda Devi, "Papebhyo na sada raksha, kripamai namostute." Papebhyo na sada means always protect us from committing aparadhas, mistakes. So we may stumble 1,000 times. Swami Vivekananda is million mother hearts put together. One mother herself is so full of compassion, concern, love for her child. A biological mother has so much love for her child. Swami Vivekananda is million mother hearts, billion mother hearts put together. He says, "My friend, don't weep. Re yaar tum rona mat, shok nahi karna." It is human tendency to commit mistakes. These mistakes are the beauty of life. It is the poetry of life. A cow does not tell a lie. A wall does not hurt anybody. So these are small backslidings. We human beings commit mistakes. But what they say, chal, bala and humble. Chala, bala, humbala. Again and again, I have to raise myself. I must be careful. I must not repeat those mistakes. If I repeat, I suffer. I must tell my mind, see, Swamiji said, whatever makes you strong, serene and stable, do it. Whatever makes you weak and restless, reject it as poison. So I must tell my mind, if I indulge in this again and again, my life will be ruined. So I learnt a lesson when I was a student. So what the lesson was, my sister told me, "My brother, you have plenty of time to fool around afterwards. Now focus on your studies, focus on the priorities of life." So we must tell our minds, we must tell again and again, I must not do this. So, and we must not brood over the past also. That guilt conscience is there, but there is a beautiful, when we do this Homa Purnahuti mantra, there is a solution for all problems. It is said, "Itah purvam prana buddhi deha dharmadikaratah jagrat swapna sushuptyavastasu manasa vacha karmana hastabhyam padbhyam udarena shishna yat kritam yaduktam yat smritam tat sarvam brahmarpanam bhavatu swaha mam madiyancha sakalam Sri Ramakrishna charane samarpaye." So what Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi would tell her disciples whenever she gave mantra diksha, offer all the past actions, whatever you have done in this life or in previous lives, at the feet of Sri Sri Ramakrishna. Offer. You will be free from all guilt conscience. Once a lady from an aristocratic family, she had gone astray. She was in the company of bad men. So one day she was full of repentance, sobbing, weeping, Inconsolably, she came to Bagh Bazaar Udbodhan at Calcutta. She hesitated to enter mother's room. Mother sensed, because her own child, mother would tell everybody, you are my biological child. Ami Shotti Karir Ma, Shottu Janani means I am your true mother. I am your own biological mother. So you shouldn't feel any hesitation. So come inside. Then that lady confessed all the sins. Mother, I am from a very good Brahmin family. I went astray. I committed so many sins. I was, understand, I lost my way. But mother said, my child, these tears of repentance have cleansed you of all impurities. You have offered everything at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. Now you are my child. Be free from all sense of guilt and repentance. Okay? So that is how we have to transform ourselves, sublimate our lower instincts. It is definitely possible. And another important thing is, what's your mother tongue? Hindi. So we have to always feel, I am the most beloved child of my Ishtadevata. My Ishtadevata loves me intensely. In Kannada they say, Nanu Nanna Bhagavantana Atyapta Magu. Atyapta Kanda means I am the darling, I am his darling child. He loves me intensely. Sri Ramakrishna and mother love me intensely. Whatever may be my defects, drawbacks, lacunae, deficiencies, a mother never sees her child's drawbacks. Mother chastises, reprimands, admonishes, corrects, rectifies. But her love is steady, constant. Similarly, we might commit any number of blunders, but Lord is all forgiving. But we should ensure that because God has given us this cerebral cortex, the ability, this frontal cortex to think, to reason, so we must avoid committing the mistakes again and again. It is possible. Yeah.
Namaste, Swamijis. I just had a small question. So, when we were children, we were taught how to pray by our parents. They would say, ask God for good buddhi, good vidya. So, for a long time, we have been continuing, but somewhere on a grown-up age, we have replaced it with few things, other things that came up. But now I feel like, the list is becoming bigger whenever I go. But then, when we go to any temple, any place, we are always told that, go, did you pray to God? Well, make sure whatever you want, you have to ask, all these things. But I've realized that when we go and pray, or we're in a temple or any such atmosphere, remembering all these things, it's just causing a headache. Because I just want to go pray and usually say, God, you take care of everything and you save me. That one line seems to be enough for me. But when I'm remembering, oh, what about my job? What about home? What about that friend? And I mean, it's like, for me, it is like remembering for some exam. And I feel, should I really do this? I don't think, I've not been doing it, but I feel like people always pray for certain things. They said, I did some harake and that fulfilled, so I'm going to this pilgrimage, I'm doing this. But this seems to be kind of very...
Yes, okay.
Yeah, admitted. So you are doing the right thing. We eat for our belly. Another man's food will not suit me. So if you are satisfied and happy with it, that's the best bet you can have.
We have only time for 2 more questions. Okay.
Namaste, Swamiji. It has been a real retreat, so I thank Ashram for this opportunity. We enjoyed both the lectures. So my question is, how to overcome the enemies within us, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha? How can prayer help us to overcome victory over the enemies within? Or how we can get over this anger, jealousy, greed?
Yes. So, constant practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Practice, abhyasa. There is no... When we were small kids, we found it so difficult to walk. We started learning cycling. We fell many times, but now we are very good at it. We found it very difficult to write alphabets. Now we write fluently without any thing. So practice makes a man perfect. So only practice. And all the strength, all the wisdom, all the guidance, blessings that you need are already within you. Already within you. You have, Swamiji said, my blessings are there. With those blessings you'll be able to manifest your infinite nature. Everything that we require is already within us. It is inherent. The package has been given to us. We just have to open the gift. Right? Everything that we require. That is why this Atma Dhyana, who am I? Swamiji says, power will come, greatness will come, goodness will come, everything that is grand, majestic will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. So you read, study, meditate, and share with others. Because one man, Swami Vivekananda, tells, my child, you are divine, you are infinite, you are all-powerful. Everything that you need is within you. You have a glorious future. You are born to do great things. You are destined, you are chosen. This Manushya Sharira is a great boon. So you are chosen by the Divine Mother. You are an instrument in the hands of God. So these positive auto-suggestions will definitely lead us to blessedness. Yes.
This will be the last question, please. ಆಯ್ತು ಕೇಳಿ.
The highest prayer is, Lord, give me fulfillment, free me from all bondages, free me from this prison. But it is also important in the preliminary states. We are all infants, we are all small kids, we are in the kindergarten. We require kindergarten. We are neonates, we are infants, we are small children. We are not evolved that way as long as we have this Dehatma Buddhi. So there is absolutely no wrong. Rudra Chamaka Maharaj said, so without any inhibition, we can approach our parents, whatever immediate need. When I am hungry, I need food. That time I can't ask Brahmagnana. When I am in pain, Swami Vivekananda would say, whenever I am free from this body-mind complex, I think I am the infinite being, I am the cosmic being, I am Brahman. But when there is stomach pain, I call mother, mother help me, mother I am in distress. So that's why. I think we have completed everything. You read mother is Saraswati Sharada. You get wisdom. And Swamiji said, making mother the nucleus, once more great women will be born to revive this Mother India, to revive the world. Making mother the nucleus, great women, rishis like Gargis and Maitris will be born, and they will do marvelous work. So you are all mothers of heroic children. Your children must become heroic, noble, and take this motherland of ours to that great height. So you are all children of mother. Yes.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. Swami Nityastananji Maharaj has written a small booklet in Kannada. I hope it should have been translated into English. There are 3 pillars of spiritual life. First one is the prayer, second one is japa, and the third one is the dhyana. So today we have covered the prayer, one of the pillars of the spiritual life. Both the speakers touched upon the points on prayer and self-transformation by Swami Satyeshananji Maharaj, and how to do it. We have to elevate or transcend our worldly prayer into spiritual prayer. Then only transformation of the self-transformation can take place. So both subjects are intervened or relation to each other. So we had the wonderful opportunity to hear 2 of the very scholarly Swamis, and also those who have into sadhana for long years. And we are very grateful to both of you, Swamiji, for having come over to Bengaluru and have blessed these devotees with your wonderful discourses. And really, we have spent a very good time in listening about God and learning about how to pray to God. Thank you very much, Swamiji. Now, the most important, the last item, but the most important, without which the retreat will not be complete. So, we will go to Prasada in lines. So, there is no hurry, there is no need to be rushed towards it. Prasada is available to every one of us. Go in line slowly to the Sabangana side, Ramakrishna Sabangana. We will have Thakur's Prasad, Shri Ramakrishna's Prasad, Holy Mother's Prasad, and of course, Swamiji is giving Prasad to each one of you. None of us are giving here. So let us conclude it with Pranama Mantra, Mangala Mantra, we generally do in Bangalore Mutt. Priyatam Pundarikakshaha Sarvayajneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prinite Prinitam Jagat Harihi Om Tatsat Shri Ramakrishnaarpanamastu. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swamiji Maharaj Ji Ki